Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear us. Debbie's in chat mode. She's typing, not talking.
I can type almost as fast as I talk.
And you can talk almost as fast as you type. I'm kind of in an awkward situation. I can either monitor the screen or I can look at the chat window. I can't do both. So if I miss a message, don't feel slighted, please.
And may I miss it because I'm writing at the same time.
Especially Minky. We don't want to upset Minky. She was here early.
We used to, when we had our classes, when we had the studio, the students would come in and pick the kits they wanted for the class. So they learned that if they came early, they got better pickings. We should do the same thing if I could figure out how.
we could do an early auction, a pre-auction, give stuff away. We got a pretty good group, but not quite as many as last week. We thought with the hurricane last week that things would be really thin. And instead we had technical problems, which we've had technical problems all week, by the way. Things were crashing clear up until, what, Thursday night?
I think we got through yesterday without a crash.
Yesterday we had no crash. It wasn't us either. It was our provider. We're kind of in an unusual situation in that our homeowners association put in their own internet system. And usually it works quite well, but just not this last week.
Well, you know, we could start on some of the housekeeping stuff. Just go through it real fast.
Yep.
Not take as long as I did last week.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
We still have Halloween and autumn doozies available, doozy dolls available. If you order them after the auction, we will put them into the same mailing. So what we do is we refund the shipping when you buy it.
There is a limited number. I only had a certain number of the brooms. They are on sale till the end of the month.
Yep.
So
a couple other things. Debbie was in the other room putting together the party bags from the last contest. Everyone who participated in the contest will be getting some sort of a little goodie bag. We're calling them party bags.
There's a pendant stone, stringing materials, lots of fun beads.
They're kind of fun, but we decided to make this next contest where everyone who participates gets something. But I will give you a couple of little tips. If you submit more than one item, for example, this next week it's earrings, we have different levels of kits. We have some that are very simple and others that have fancier things in them. The more that you submit, the higher the level possibly. Is that right, Debbie?
Well, we could do that.
Up to a certain limit. I mean, earrings are pretty, somewhat basic, I think.
What happened is when we closed the studio, I literally had hundreds of kits. And my choices are I can take them apart and put the stuff back into inventory, but then I came up with this idea. And just saving the time that it would take to do that and sharing those kits with all of you, they are gemstone kits. They're not anything else.
Well, they're all different things.
And I do have instruction sheets for every kit that we send out, but I don't know if you're going to want to make up the exact design. And if you don't, then I'm not going to worry about the instruction sheet. If after seeing your kit you do want it, if you email me, I will just email back the instruction sheets to you.
Yep.
If you want them.
And we will send off all of the kits and the rewards and everything when the contest ends, which will be about the same time as when the November box comes out. So for those of you who are subscribers, they will probably go into the box. Is that your plan, Debbie?
Yeah.
Okay, so for that contest, it'll all go into the box, and the party kits from the last contest, I think, will be going into the boxes too.
Well, either that or they'll go in the first shipping that we send out to you. If it's like Maritza, you just ordered that poinsettia necklace and earring set, I will probably ship your prize from the last contest we had with that order. If you win auctions, we'll probably, and you have any of these prize party bags coming to you, I'll probably slip them in with your auction orders. It's just because they're free, we could be destroyed on the shipping rates. If I can throw them into anything else that we ship to you, that's when you'll get it.
And you just ruined the surprise for Maritza, Debbie. She didn't know she was going to be getting one of the party kits.
Well, she posted pictures from the box.
Yes, she did. So anyway, surprise, Maritza, you're getting a party bag. Let's see, a couple of other things. Last week we announced that we were going to give free shipping to everyone. We're going to modify that a little bit this time. We are going to be doing free shipping except to the Canadian participants. Canada, it's really, really expensive, so we're just going to give you a major discount. It'll be a flat $12 to ship to you up in Canada, which is about half of the rate. Also, if we have technical difficulties today, there probably will not be a take 3 because it's almost too late in the month if you want to have things ready for Halloween.
I will get them shipped out as soon as we get the payments.
As soon as the invoices are filled.
I'm all prepped to get all of these auctions shipped out Monday. So.
Yep. A couple other things that are in every box. We do have the candy corn earring components in every box. These candy corns, which our grandkids think are real candy, and as a joke, we let them suck on them. Those won't be going out to you. But anyway, they last forever. Anyway, Debbie, in this case, just took a Dremel and drilled a hole into the top, put in a screw eye, and fastened her earrings to them. You could also wire wrap them or just set them out for the kids.
There is a set in every one of the Halloween and autumn themed bags. They are not included in the second chance or the single bags that we added.
Right, these are just for the sets like we did last time. And there is also a button earring set in each one. The autumn bags will have the white with autumn charms. The Halloween sets will be getting the black buttons. And instructions are available somewhere on those, but I think most people will be able to figure them out. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, everybody will be getting... Oh, that's not the adoption certificate. You'll get the really important stuff.
We're not through with everything yet.
Oh, we're not through with everything yet? Anyway.
Okay, dress-up bags are optional. Because we put about twice as much into the Halloween and autumn theme, those bags are $15. But I went back to the old format for the second chances and our very last auction. Those bags will be $12, not $15. We'll announce it again.
The last auction is a bigger bag, Debbie.
It's not bigger, but it has really high-end.
Yeah, so it will be $15.
Well, we'll see when we get there.
We'll see when we get there. Okay, there has been a communication problem.
Shipping, everything. I do go over the bids. If we ever have a missed call, I'll contact you and we'll make it right. Now, we can start.
Now we can start anyway.
We can start now.
Adoption certificates for everybody who adopts an orphan, along with the really important stuff. I will set that aside. And then we've got somewhere around 30 people online. And so unless somebody has any questions, which you need to put in right now, we're going to go ahead and start. Is that okay with you, Debbie?
Yeah, I said we go. Let's go.
Debbie's in charge here. Okay, we're going to do sets of 5 or 6 that are going to have the same bag. I will show you everything that's in the bag, and then we will bring out the stones. The auction period will be a minute and a half. When we do the individual stones, which we've added in this time, they will be for 3 minutes. Second chances we'll try a minute and a half and see how it works. If necessary, we'll drop it down. So for these, let's start showing you the stones. And this is a Halloween set.
This is black and purple, colors of Halloween.
Yes.
And you don't show the, yeah, you show the beads.
Is that okay, Debbie?
Yeah, I thought you said you were going to show the stones.
No, not yet. First, we're going to show you there are 8mm frosted purple banded agate rounds. There are 20 of those. And then there's black onyx, 6mm. There are 25 of these. This is a real high grade of black onyx. And then we have somewhere down in here, 4mm black onyx rounds. I believe there's 35 of those. I love onyx, but the purple banded agate is spectacular. Then there is a Halloween theme, and so we've got skulls. These are a Mashon jade skull. There are 15 of them. They are 13 by 11. You know, get your skull on. And then let's see,
Maybe you've
got
a biker friend. They like skulls.
biker friend. Everybody likes skulls.
Day of the Dead, they'd work for that.
What have I got here? Oh, that's something else. Okay, I'm slow. I'm sorry. We have some 2-hole Tilas. If I can find them here. There is a full strand of 2-hole Tilas. They're a metallic purple, hematite. And then we have some faceted rounds. Half Tila, I'm sorry. But you put 2 of them together, you've got a full Tila, right? Okay, then we have some, these are a purple global faceted round, 15mm. These are an A grade.
Now these will rival your Czech crystal. They are clear and beautiful and lots of sparkle.
We have some twisted crystal rounds. These are, what are they? What size? They look, yeah, they're kind of an oval. They're somewhat, might be just slightly less than 6mm.
I think they're 8 by 6.
8 by 6 makes sense.
And it has a global faceting on a lantern cut. So
we have bicones. These are 4mm bicones. Those are pretty. And then we got stuff all over the place. 8mm frosted purple rounds.
Those are just glass, but I love the frost on them and the shade of purple.
And I think I misspoke earlier. These were glass rounds here. Here's the twisted rounds, which are 6 by 8, 25 of them.
Those are just 6.
Those are just 6?
And they are a faceted twisted round.
Okay, I'm not seeing them on the list.
And they are an AB violet on a purple crystal.
And then we've got a set of hematite stars, 6mm with kind of an AB finish. Now let's get into the bags. This is where it gets wild. All right.
That's just the strands.
Yeah, that's just the strands. Now we got to get into the bags.
We haven't started the bidding yet, Angel.
Nope. All right, we've got the candy corn, which I already told you about, and I'm not going to open that. We have the buttons, and there are lots of jump rings in there, which look like have a multicolored finish on them. And I think there's enough buttons in there to do a couple of earrings.
Right.
And then we have the findings bag, which has chain in it this time.
There's chain, your pinch bell, a clasp, and some jump rings.
Okay, I'm going to set that right here.
36 inches of chain.
And then we have, I am going to open this one. We have a charm bag, which has some mostly Halloween-based charms. I think there's a couple of witches' hats, 2 different kinds. We got a couple more skulls. And then we've got one of these, what are those? With the druzy round.
It has little teeny tiny CZs in that little flat witch's hat.
Really?
And then you've
in
got
the hat.
that druzy round.
Yeah. And then we've got...
It was on stainless steel too.
Gem duos. Well, I'm trying to go fast if I can.
Hi, Melanie.
Purple gem duos. And how many are there? There's like 1 million of them in there.
50.
50. It's a raspberry color.
Gem Duo's my favorite two-hole shaped bead to work with.
That's why we've got so many of them. And then we've got, what would you call these, Debbie?
I can't see them.
You got a dragonfly link.
These are a two-hole spacer type link.
Yeah.
And then you've got the dragonfly link.
Which is a link. It looks like there's 3 of the
purple crystal.
Of the
they're
spacers.
Surrounded by little CZ
Little
type crystals.
CZs.
And they have 2 holes along the back, so they're a double drilled crystal. And then you've got that enameled dragonfly.
Okay, I'm going to put this into a tray. No, I'm not, because there's too many. Okay, this is the big bag of all of the beads. And inside here we have a 20 millimeter onyx focal. This is an A grade. We'll set that down somewhere. And then we've got just so much stuff here. We've got 15 millimeter Machon Jade carved jack-o'-lanterns. Looks like they're purple today, but I think there's other colors that may show up. And there's several of those. We have 17 by 10 sage amethyst teardrops. You see that right there. And then there are 12 millimeter rainbow hematite rings, which you can see in the tray. 14 by 10 amethyst ovals, which I've got one here in my hand. And then mixed hematite stars, and there are 6 millimeter hematite hexagons buried in there somewhere. And I'm going to set that over here on the side, and I think that is everything, as if that's not enough. And so let's bring out the first stone, and we will start the timer. And the first stone's name is Albrin. Been so long my mouse has quit.
So now we're starting the timer, and it's for 90 seconds where the bidding can start.
This is a Druzy agate coin, 44 millimeters in diameter, and Albrin is her name, which is a German name, which means shining magic. How appropriate is that? Love the purple Druzy on that with the black band. It's like purple rivers running across it. And these are like mini universes, and this takes millions of years to form as the Druzy just slowly crystallizes over time as it cools. It's a result of volcanic activity. It is believed in some cultures that this stone helps you stay patient and during tough times. Tough times like when your internet goes down and your wife is freaking out. It's a gem for those facing challenges or going through difficult solutions, and it reminds us of the need to stay calm and focused. Druzy agates symbolize light, radiance, inner strength, and balance. Somehow we need to find a way, Debbie, where we can backlight these a little better so that you can see how they glow.
I've actually seen some of these mounted on a base of some kind that has a light in them rather than turned into jewelry. Well, sometimes they're so beautiful when they're backlit.
It's an agate. Agates have been around forever, one of the oldest of the stones, the decorative stones. Time is up, and let's see what happens. Who won that, Debbie?
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I haven't checked. We didn't check the lag time today, but I know there is some.
Becky won that at 45.
Becky, congratulations. Let's look at the next stone, which is Kamala. Let's start the timer just for the fun of it. Okay, Kamala is a mosaic purple in pyrite teardrop. So you've got the purple stones and you've got the pyrite in there. This is a fat teardrop, one of my favorite shapes when I can find it. It's 40 by 40 millimeters and about 7 millimeters thick. And you can see that wonderful pyrite stone going everyone. Now they call these mosaic turquoise, even though there's probably no turquoise in it, is one of the names. And it is a man-made stone where they take pieces of real stone and they combine them with, different stones together and then use a resin or an epoxy under pressure to create blocks of this, and then they're cut just like regular lapidary. Turquoise, magnesite, halite are all some of the stones that are used. And just depending upon the underlying material, they can be shiny or matte. This particular one has a little bit of both. What's fun about this one is it does have the pyrite in there, which is kind of fun that way back in the 1500s, there was an explorer named Frobisher, Sir Martin Frobisher. He brought back 1,300 tons of what he thought was gold ore to present to Queen Elizabeth. And then when they melted it down, they found out it wasn't gold at all, it was pyrite. And so he was not well thought of after that, which is why you don't hear his name. All right, the auction is over. And we will move on to the next one as soon as we find out who won. While we're waiting, I'll show you what the next stone is. Which is a frosted
Rosie
striped
won
agate.
that at $50.
Congratulations, Rosie.
Yes.
So let's get the timer going for the next one. All right, everybody. Miranda, which is a Native American name, which means invisible magical power. Now, this has a matte finish. Those of you who were with us last winter in January, we had white matte stones, or agates, but we still have a few other colors as well. This is 51 millimeters by 35. It's one of the larger stones we'll be doing today. And it's just a wonderful color. And there is a little strip of druzy running down this as well, which you have to get the light just right to see the sparkle on this. Agate, of course, is a stone that's been associated with many, many different legends and myths throughout history, including in Greek mythology, where an agate was associated with Gaia, the goddess of the earth, and in Roman mythology with Aurora, the goddess of the dawn. And this one in particular is appropriate because this shows some of the dawn colors that you will see. The Babylonians used eye agates for protection against evil, and the ancient Egyptians believed that agates protected against lightning. I'm not sure I would trust that. I protected or brought it on, I don't know. I think that's one of those tests that the people testing it probably didn't survive. Anyway, we'll talk about agates as we go on because we have a couple of others today, but the auction is over. Who has won Orenda, Debbie? We'll know in just a minute.
Becky won that at $40.
All right, Becky.
Becky, you're
And
getting some gorgeous stones here.
apparently Becky doesn't just like pink. All right, another purple stone. This is Taika. Let's get the clock going. This is a crazy lace agate heart. Obviously, it's dyed the purple color, but what's neat about crazy lace, and it's not really a dyeing, but a color changing process, is that it really brings out the crazy lace pattern.
They put them in a mineral chemical bath to get the color change.
Well, and
to come about.
there's heat, there's pressure, there's all sorts of
And
fun
it
things.
tends to make it very permanent.
Yeah, it's not going to wash off. Anyway, this stone is 44 by 44. The name Taika is Finnish origin, which means I'm pronouncing it wrong, and it means magical spell. Again, crazy lace is found all over the world, which is kind of fun. However, some of the best stuff comes from our neighbor to the south down in Mexico. Crazy lace agate comes about when a striped agate pattern is pushed around by seismic activity. And so as the earth shifts, the patterns are created. And so it occurs all over the planet, but it becomes more prevalent in areas that have seismic activity like Mexico. People don't think of Mexico as being an area with seismic activity, but there are volcanoes just outside of Mexico City. So anyway, let's count this one down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And who has won this beautiful stone? One thing I will tell you is Debbie dipped, we have our private set that we keep when we find stones that we want for ourselves. And I noticed Debbie dug into that this time.
Misty won that at 42.
Misty, congratulations. Who likes...
That's a gorgeous stone. The pattern in that is amazing.
All right, who likes amethyst? Because the next stone is an amethyst coin. This is 38 millimeters. It says that it's 5 by 5 millimeters thick, but I think it's thicker than that, Debbie. What's neat about these stones is they are two-sided, so you can wear it either way. This is Rhian, which is a Welsh name, meaning magical maiden. Very appropriate. Okay, this almost has like a... Now, amethyst is said to help promote calm, balance, and peace, and it will also eliminate impatience. Yeah, okay. We won't go into the whole impatience thing today.
I might pull that out at times.
Yeah.
I think it would be useful.
I think you could use that.
I was thinking of you.
Oh, no, I'm the most patient person in the world. Let's get this going, people. It will foster creative output, brilliant ideas, and dedicated work. I'm always brilliant, Debbie. I don't need this. The other thing is up until about the turn of the last century, amethyst was considered a precious stone. In ancient Greece, this was more valuable than diamonds, rubies, sapphires. And then somewhere in the 1800s, somebody went to Brazil and discovered all sorts of new mines. And the powers that be decided to demote it down to semi-precious status, which I think is a big loss. Oh, well, committees and all that. We are done with this auction. Okay, Rhian. I'm going to set Rhian aside. And we have one more stone left in this set as soon as we find out who won.
Camille at 35.
Camille, good girl.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about fluorite.
This is the last stone for this set.
Yes, it
of
is.
Beads, and it's fluorite.
And this is also Circe, which is a Greek origin name. It was the goddess of magic living. Timer. Oh, gosh. Have some patience, Debbie. Hold the amethyst stone.
Hold the amethyst.
All right, 50 millimeters by 39. This is a large piece of fluorite. And it has, this is again, I wish we could backlight it because it has a deep, deep purple in it. I am going to, just for a second.
Okay, it's back. Nope, gone again. We're going to lose it, Steve. Is your box overheating or something?
No, nothing's overheating. Everyone there, everybody's still bidding. Okay, we've hit a little snag. Okay, I paused everything for just a second.
Maritza says she's lagging. I seem to be okay now.
Oh, gosh. Well, people, we're probably going to be looking for a new provider next week.
Okay, just go.
Okay.
If your computer's working, keep going. I've lost it all.
Everybody's saying they're froze.
Laurie says the feed keeps dropping. Clock froze at 51 seconds.